Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and today we have a very exciting video because I have a couple shadows from Electrum Cosmetics that I just opened up my package for, and ooh, I threw one. We're going to talk about. I was inspired to make this order because one of my lovely commenters said that Lyra is a dupe for Pistol Star from Terra Moons, which I swatched from their most recent collection. It was an extremely flaky formula in a beautiful color that myself and it seems like a lot of other people are very frustrated with. So it was said that this was very similar to it, and we're going to try that out and see. And also I'll be able to give you my first impressions from these three Electrum shades, how it goes. Before we get into it, I just want to say that I ordered these on April 9th. They were having a sale. I think the sale started the day before, so when I saw the comment and was inspired, I was looking after a lot of things were already sold out. I have seen since then on my brief strolls through Reddit that there has been some recent drama with them about something unprofessional happening. I might not have purchased if I had read that before purchasing, because usually when it comes to like small brands where it's one owner who's really closely tied to the identity of the brand and they seem to be repeatedly acting unprofessional, I don't want to A, have a negative experience, or B, promote it to other people who may have a negative experience. So if that's something that you want to take into consideration, I encourage you could do a Google search also. You might be able to find out more than I did. I didn't look into it very closely, but I did see that there was something being talked about. So just want to put that out there, but we're still going to talk about these shadows, see how they go. I know people say that Electrum Cosmetics is like super sparkly, super shifty, so I'll let you know how these look. So let's zoom in and get started. Okay, I had other makeup on before that I just wiped off, so if I look like I have residue or I'm red, that's why. I was actually waiting for these to come and they didn't come, so I did my makeup and I went to film another video, and then I was like, let me just check my tracking information once again, and it said it had been delivered an hour before. And it was in a really small package right in front of my door, so when I peeked out the window, I couldn't see it, but like it was there before I did my makeup for the other video. Just thought that was kind of funny. So I took them out of the packaging. I have them in this little palette with my Shine by SD shadows, and you can see they're the same size. I always felt like in pictures these looked larger. I don't know if they also offer maybe highlighters or something in a larger size, and that's what I'm thinking of, but they are indeed the standard indie single shadow 26mm size. I got three shades: Lyra, Mirage, and Birthday Girl. I think I'm going to start out eye swatching the two that aren't Lyra, and then we'll do a little comparison with Lyra and Pistol Star. I'll wear them both on my eyes, but yeah, we'll start out with just an eye swatch of the other two that I got. So let's do Mirage. I felt like this one looked like it might be similar to Xenon from Give Me Glow, but the big pan size does kind of throw me off from using it sometimes, so I'm like, maybe this will be fantastic, and that color that I would use more if it was more practical, I will use in this. I just want to note that the back of it is just like a little label maker Mirage. I know a lot of other indie brands that I order from have like actual like sticker circles that say the name, say the brand, so just want to point out that's a little bit more homemade looking. Nothing wrong with it, but just want to let you know the full experience. And actually, I just did a little search to find the webpage so I can read you the description. I think they're mislabeled. I think this one is Birthday Girl, because when I look up Mirage, it's not on the website anymore. I don't know if it's sold out or if it was limited edition or what, but I can see on the Google search, it says Mirage Multichrome, Mirage Iridescent that shifts a bright pink and shifts peach. Also has shifts of gold and green, which this other one that I got that has a birthday sticker, which I think is short for Birthday Girl, this one's clearly the iridescent of the two and this one isn't. So I think this one's Birthday Girl and this one is Mirage, and they're just swapped. Because yeah, when I'm on the Birthday Girl listing, that's what this one named Mirage really looks like the Give Me Glow Xenon that I was expecting. And it's described as, well, it says Birthday Girl shifts purple, gold, green, blue, and pink. So I think this one is Birthday Girl. Okay, let's see. Has a nice texture to it. Ooh. Alright, I am excited about this already. It feels flaky, but it feels flaky in a soft emollient way, not in those like hard metal shards like Terra Moon's was. Oh, that's nice. This is nice. It's a little bit darker than my ideal color would be, but I mean, that's fine. And I do like the brightness in the high points of it. I feel like this went on really nicely. It has like a nice presence on the eye. I feel like there's been a lot of shadows recently that I've had to like double layer on, and this is just like one go ahead. It's not too all over the place, but it's enough coverage just like on its own. I wonder how it will do with creasing though, because I do have, you know, kind of hooded eyes, and I find shadows that have a little bit more emollients to them tend to gather in my crease. So I wonder if that will be the case for this, but I know a lot of people use glitter glue and that helps them with that. I'm not a glitter glue person, but that is just something to note. But that is a nice color. It's a nice pigment. It's a nice shift. I can see why people like this brand. So the other one we're going to talk about now that's labeled Birthday, but I think is Mirage. I wonder how this will look, because if it is the Mirage description, it's supposed to be like pinky and peachy. To my eye, maybe it looks pinky on camera. To my eye, it did look kind of like yellow and orange, which just looks like Terra Moon Sublunar to me, and I don't want another Terra Moon Sublunar, so hopefully this is really pink. Let's see. It feels oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, it feels a little flakier than the other one, and you can see I like dipped this whole part of my finger in and it only really picked up on the bottom part. This feels weird. I don't know. Not as creamy as the last one, but definitely a pink. But you can see, oh wow, yeah, way more flaky, went right down to my face. I'm not a big fan of this one. I like the tone of the pink, but I always find iridescents that are like this hard to use. I mean, not just for like this whole big fallout thing, but also I mostly like iridescence for my inner corner, and this one's just way too flaky to use for my inner corner, but I also feel like the tone of it is not enough for me to want to wear on my lid. You know, like this to me is a lid shadow. This doesn't look like a lid shadow in my opinion, and I did not like the experience of it going on. So right now we are 1 for 2. Is that what they say in sports? But yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I do see like greeniness in there though, so that's cool. But if it's something like this that's like an iridescent for all over the lid, I want either like a prettier wet look shimmer, like for example Ice Blink by Shine by SD in collaboration with Seeking Shifts. That one's a really pretty wet looking, interesting, multi-dimensional iridescent that I like wearing all over my lid. I just don't think I would wear this one all over my lid. But yeah, let me give you another view of the shimmer in different light, and then I'm going to put on a matte base, and we're going to go into Pistol Star and Lyra, one on each eye, and see how they compare that way. So out of the direct lighting, these look way shiftier. Look how insanely shifted this one looks. I do like that with like the yellow and the green. You could really see, yeah, the pink, the yellow, and the green all at once. Okay, I see what people mean about the shiftiness of this. That's really pretty. And I might change my opinion. I might want to wear this over my lid. I still don't like the texture as much, but I don't know. I'm intrigued. This one, I still just feel like it's a little bit dark for me, but I think the colors of it are gorgeous. That purple, I see some blue, green, goldy yellow. These are really pretty and really shimmery. Okay, so I put a bunch of Looxi mattes on my eyes. I'm going to swatch these out of my hand and try to get a feel of the formula, and then we'll go in with Pistol Star in one eye, Lyra in the other eye, and see how that goes. Okay, quick recap on the formulas. I thought Mirage was like soft, flaky, very emollient. There she is, really gorgeous. And then we had Birthday Girl, or actually, I'm saying it based on how it's labeled, but this one is probably Birthday Girl. This one, Mirage, was not as pretty of a sparkle in my mind, and in the direct lighting, not as much of a flip, but then in the indirect, as you saw, a wild, beautiful flip. But either way, less excited to wear that one all over my lid. And then Lyra was the one that the commenter said was close to Pistol Star. And this here is Pistol Star. So I could see the similarities in color in the pans. If anything, Lyra looks like a little bit more lavender, but I see that in Pistol Star also. So let's see. Let's do a swatch of Pistol Star because I know what to expect and I know it's just very flaky. Do it down here. That's actually not the worst swatch, but I think you can still see kind of like the patchiness of it because with the flaky formula, it just doesn't go on evenly. And then the moment, ooh, I almost dropped it. And then the moment of truth with Lyra. This one, all right, good. This one feels more like that first one that we tried out. Oh, yeah. That actually feels like the smoothest of all of them. That feels like a nice formula. And I could really see in the swatch the similar color to Pistol Star. Okay, I'm excited now. So when I ice swatched Pistol Star in my Terra Moon's ice swatch video, I said it looked like a metal helmet. Like I just picked it up on my finger the way I do for all of my shadows, and there was just so much that it was a mess. It was a disaster. It was everywhere. Riley from Seeking Shifts, she had commented on that video and said that her favorite way to use this is just by like putting your finger in it and then pulling it like against the edge to get off excess and then patting it on the eye. Let me just make sure I'm not paraphrasing incorrectly. Yeah, she uses regular eye primer, a small amount, and wiping excess off the edge of the pan and patting it on with her finger. Okay, so we're going to try it that way, which I can say I have done already, and I felt like that worked, but it was also not as high intensity as I want my expensive Terra Moon shadows to be, but it does seem to be the best way to get it to work. That's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just putting my finger on it and then rubbing it off the edge of the pan and just getting a thin layer on my finger. And then we pat. I could probably build it up a little bit more because I think when I did it, I did get a little bit more intensity than that. So let's try that again. But very carefully because all of a sudden if it's too much, then it's too much. Yeah. Yeah, this looks similar to what I got last time. It works, but it doesn't excite me. And I think that's just the reality of Pistol Star, that it's not going to be as high intensity but without the imperfections, you know? Like, if you want it without the imperfection, it's going to be lower intensity. This is still pretty, but to me, this isn't really worth, A, the high price tag, and B, the babying of having to, like, go in so slowly and gently with it. I much prefer just going with an eyeshadow, not thinking, putting my finger in, putting it on my eye, you know? I don't want to have to bend all of my rules around one shadow. For Lyra, I'm going to try to go in a little bit carefully just because I want to keep it in its one little spot, but I'm not going to go in quite as gingerly as I did with Pistol Star, so there's that. Yeah. 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 Yeah, this is it. This is what I want. It's funny also that Pistol Star so sheared out, I feel like less of the coolness of it comes through, and it kind of just looks more like pink with some like silvery green to it. This, you can really see that like blue grayness to it that makes it so unique, but it does have that pinkish sparkle to it also, and I see that yellowy green in there too. I'm also really excited for the other angle to see how this one goes. But yeah, I think Lyra is the best shadow out of the three. I like the color the most. I think it definitely beats Pistol Star. Wow, cool. Let me give you a little shot of the other angle. Yeah, from this angle, they're both looking very pink and green, which is interesting. So they look more similar from this angle than they did from the other angle. But I think you can see that this one's a very dulled down version because that's really the only way to apply it with any kind of control. And this one I'm able to get a little bit more of like a bang effect on my eye. It's pretty. I like it. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I love reading comments from you guys. I love hearing feedback because I wouldn't have known that this was out there, and this is nice. I like it. And in fact, I'm going to put some more onto this eye and cover up Pistol Star. It is getting a little fallouty there, but it's alright. I'll deal. Okay, so I'm going to make a look around this, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts. Okay, here is the finished look. I think it looks really nice. I ended up using Shattered Stars from Terra Moons on my lower lash line. I'm realizing now I forgot an inner corner. Hold on one second. I'm wearing Soleil's from Divina on my inner corner to bring out the pink that's in the shadow. And on my lips, I have, I think, the Spice Liner from Milani with Hourglass Oasis lipstick on top of that. I'm really pleased with the way that this came out. I think the shadow looks so nice. I think this is like just as good, if not better, than I could have hoped it would be. And also, like, trying new brands is always a crapshoot and you don't know what you're gonna get, but I really like this. I think from the 3 shadows that I got from Electrum, the first 3 swatches, this again is the Terra Moons one, I can see myself using these 2 mostly, but especially Lyra. This middle one, I kind of don't know what I was thinking, because if it had that description that I see on Google and it says iridescent, I should know myself better than that at this point and realize that, like, most iridescents I will not like, and finding one that I will like takes more research. You know, like, I can't just blindly buy an iridescent and expect to like it. So that one is bad on me, I guess, assuming it had that description on the website. But yeah, the other 2 are really nice. I do want to do a little comparison to Xenon. So we have Xenon from Give Me Glow, and I think Birthday Girl from Electrum. They don't, no, they look really similar in the pan. I was gonna say they don't look that similar, but I think they do. So I'll do a little swatch of Xenon. It's gonna be a knuckle swatch. I think Xenon is a little bit brighter. I think the base on Electrum, yeah, is a little bit more of a rich purple. So Xenon is the better shadow for me. It's not just that I was misremembering, which I thought might have been the case before. They're both really pretty, but yeah, I think I still like Xenon better. But Lyra for me is a clear winner. I'm really excited. It is Pistol Star, but better. And I'm excited to, like, finally be able to live my Pistol Star fantasy, because found a solution now. I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing from Electrum in the future. I really don't know. Like, I'm not saying that as like, oh, I don't think so. I really don't know. I'm curious what you guys have to say if you purchase from Electrum or not. I also just don't feel like purchasing very many eyeshadows at this exact moment anyway. I feel like I just got so many. I still want to enjoy them and have fun. I don't want to only enjoy eyeshadow through buying new ones. I want to really be able to use what I have and come back time and time again to shadows like Lyra, instead of always just moving on to the next thing. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I don't know how I feel at this moment, but either way, won't be rushing to purchase more. I hope this was fun to watch. I hope this was interesting if you were one of the people that was really curious about Pistol Star. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, and there's always way more indie makeup on the way. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.